Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club meeting. Yay! So my name is Natalie. I'm the acting SAA. And before we proceed with the entire meeting, I would like to invite you, if you're new to Toastmasters, which I know all of you here are not, it's still good to see this housekeeping video to understand what we need to do and what we should not do during this online meeting. So please enjoy. Okay, now we're ready to start the meeting. For that, I would like to invite our club president, Toastmaster Benjamin Whittaker, to open the meeting. Please welcome Toastmaster Ben.
All right, we are here once again, just waiting for Apri, and we got the perfect 9, the Brady Bunch, like squares. We can get Apri's face to show up. All right, everyone, welcome back again. I like these small groups. I can actually see everyone on screen really easily. Pak Yusuf, also, thank you for coming in. Yvonne, thank you as well. And Apri, of course, is it area director, right? Is that right? The area director? Bill? Apri? Yes, got it. Good. Okay. Excellent. And of course, our visitor, who's not really a visitor, but she technically is a visitor, Alicia Curtis as well. Everyone, thank you for coming once again. Okay, so we've got a pretty fun meeting, I think. We have an education session. And of course, all we're doing here in Bhinneka is always dang it. What is it? Always be what is it? What is it, Natalie, again? Always be something.
Different.
I forget. Be what? No, the ABCs of Bhinneka.
Oh.
Always. I don't have the agenda in front of me, so I'm blanking. Anyways, either way, always be confident. There it is. Make it so you make it. There you go.
Yeah, you got it right, bro. You got it right.
Always be confident. That's my rules. All right. And of course, we have table topics. So a pretty big meeting, 2 speeches. And of course, our theme of the meeting is, we're waiting for Inten. She's supposed to come also. Uncharted waters, right? Uncharted waters. And I'm going to give it to our Tom of the meeting, Rendra, to introduce everything else. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President. Okay, Sunny, is my voice clear to you? My video is also clear to you?
Yeah, that's clear enough.
Okay, now me myself is not an uncharted water to you. At the first time I know about this word or phrase, I thought about international water. When I check in Google, apparently it is not. It is not. Our grammarian will tell you about what's uncharted water all about and what's adventures all about. Well, yes, I somehow pick it up and I realized what our next educations that titled How to Navigate New Base is like an uncharted water to those new Toastmasters. So she will be a pirate of Jack. Jack the pirate will tell you all about this uncharted water. Uncharted water, how to say it in Australian accent? Uncharted water. It is uncharted water? Okay, maybe like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, hey, Alicia, love you. Tonight, I'm very happy to see you all. I see we have no guests. So, I will not explain a lot about Toastmasters. However, it is for you to know that in Toastmaster, basically we have three sessions. First is prepared speech sessions. Education speech is can be considered as well as a prepared speech because the speaker need to prepare it beforehand. And second of all will be the table topic sessions. It is the session that mostly people will be involved, and this is one of the most amazing sessions to my experience. And the last one is one of standouts of the crowd is evaluation sessions. It is the place where all those prepared sessions will be evaluated by dedicated evaluator. Yes, of course, we hope that evaluator will know one or two room for improvements to the speakers. So they will improve like all of us. We are improving in joint Toastmasters because we have the place that we can grow together safely, okay, happily and satisfactorily. Okay, cool. Now I would like to let you know that doing this all alone meeting is impossible. I mean, the joy is not mine. You will have the joy. All of you will have it. So doing this, I will be assisted by one of the most amazing members. It is General Evaluator. So who are my General Evaluator for tonight is no other than our lovely education speaker, the one who can tell you how Australian English is sounds. Now, Australian lady, as a GE, what is GE and what is our team? What is of word of the day and who are your team? Tell us all of them. Time is yours.
Thank you very much for the wonderful introduction, Rendra. And I can do one of the three accents that the Australians have. I'll do the general, which is the one that I have, or I can do the very posh or the cultivating, which is like this. And we speak with not now, brown cow, like that. Or I can do the really ochre bogan Steve Irwin stuff. Yeah, how you going, mate? What's up? There you go. Which one do you like? I don't know, but I am not going to be doing that particular one because that is just way too feral, redneck, and bogan. And I plan to keep myself a little bit normal on these uncharted waters that we will be navigating together online tonight. All right, so I have a team, a timer, an arcana, and a grammarian. I am not sure exactly who is our timer. Oh, it's Joyce. Now, Joyce's, I think you're our current timer. Joyce's, are you able to turn on your screen? Because we will need to have you online, on camera for all of the meetings so that the speakers can see you as well as the evaluators and the table topics master and table topic speaker. Could you please turn your screen on, Joyce's? If not, I am going to suggest that we ask Joyce's, are you there? We do need, yep, there we are. We have Joyce's. Can you unmute yourself, Joyce's, please? Okay, because Joyce's hasn't been able to turn her microphone on, we're going to go straight to the R counter. Our R counter tonight is Apri. Apri, who is also the word of the day master. Could I please invite Apri? Are you feeling like you're on these uncharted waters with us tonight as well?
And you'll need to unmute yourself, Apri.
Okay. I will introduce my role, right? So, today I will serve as a counter, also word of the day counter. So my job is to note word and sound that are used as a crunch or voice filler by anyone who speak, including L. Well, but so you know, also filler sound like and any repeat word as well. And to reduce your filler sound, I suggest you to use pause or try to slow down, especially if you're still thinking about what you say next. And I also count word of the day for today is venturous. So I think that's it's for my quick role introduction. Back to our GE, that's Master Alicia.
All right, thank you very much, Apri. If you could please put the word of the day into the chat box, that would be greatly appreciated so that we can use it throughout the session. And I asked Frendra to please make sure that he reminds everyone, both in the speeches, the table topics master, who is Ben, to please remind people to use it in table topics, and I'll remind people to use it in the evaluations because we want to make sure that we use our word of the day. Our grammarian is Intan. Has Intan arrived?
Not yet. I'm trying to contact her. I'm just gonna introduce the word of the day, and maybe Ben, if you can help writing down for like the first session as a grammarian, that would be appreciated. Thanks, Ben. So the word of the day today is ventures. It means willing to take risks or venture into new and daring activities. For example, you might describe someone's attempt to put out a fire as ventures, or you can say something like, oh, what a venturous step that you take. It's related to our theme for today, uncharted water, which is trying to venture out to new territory. Back to you, Alicia.
Thank you very much, Natalie. So please use the word of the day, venture. Now, true story, there used to be this really cool department store back in the 80s. None of you are probably born in the 80s, except for maybe 3 or 4 of us. And it was called Venture. Yes, you're included in that, Ben. It was called Venture, and it died after about 3 or 4 years. So just thought I'd let everyone know that useless fact of useless information. It was born in Australia and it died in Australia. So please use the word of the day. It's not adventure, it is venture. I venture out, as Natalie described. Please don't use the word adventure because it's a different word and it's different usage of the word of the day. With that being said, let's see if I can get the timer. Joyces, are you there, Joyces? You able to unmute? Hopefully we can get her to unmute. Okay. Joyces, are you able to turn your...
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. Fantastic.
Yeah, okay. So I'm timer today. So time is very important because we need to do time management, very punctual.
You've just hit the mute button again.
Joyce, you are mute.
Joyce, you're on mute again. I'll unmute you on the...
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
So timer job is to do recording for the times. So everyone have to speak within the time frame. So like prepare speech when they time frame is from 5 to 7 minutes. So when the time is reached to 5 minutes, and then my background will be in green. After that, 6 minutes, you will change to yellow. Then 7 minutes, the background will be changed in red. So you have another 30 seconds to wrap up. For table topic, also the same. When the time is 1 minute, then I will show in green. 1 minute, 30 seconds in yellow, then red will be 2 minutes. So another 30 seconds for wrap up. Pass back to you.
Thank you very much, Joyces. Just be
Thank
aware
you.
that we do have an education session on the program tonight. I'll be delivering something on pathways. It will be 10 to 15 minutes. Can you please show a green at the 10, a yellow at the 12, and a red at the 15. Now, once you hit the 15 and it has lapsed, then can you start the timing for the 5 minutes Q&A? Green on 3, yellow on 4, and red on 5. Please start flashing it at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Would be greatly appreciated because Great meeting starts on time, and even better meeting ends on time. With that being said, let's have a great meeting. Let's go on an adventure. I'm kidding. Let's be venturous. Let's go beyond our comfort zone. Please go into uncharted waters and enjoy your night tonight. I'm going to hand conduct of the meeting back to our Tom, who is Rendra, who I'm sure is going to give us more useless facts of useless information using ChatGPT, as he always does. Thank you very much, Rendra.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, Alicia Curtis. I'm lucky. I'm not topic master, and I'm not use ChatGPT. Well, I'm use Google in general. Okay, in this new uncharted water, I got a story of mine. At the beginning of online Toastmaster world, right after I joined Bhinneka online Toastmaster, I would like to join Toastmaster that using French language as its media to speak in a meeting. Before that, I have to learn how it feels, and I do YouTube it. I found out, and it was difficult. That was an uncharted water that I was afraid to join. Since I realized my skill of French language maybe in the kindergarten level, so I'm afraid I was the idiot man inside the crowd. So I keep on watching YouTube, and I realized I need somebody to talk loud, to tell me a lot, and I can learn a lot. However, it is not the case in Indonesia. It is not the case so far. So I retreat and join a normal English Toastmasters world. It is not, of course, not an uncharted water to myself, to me. Already familiar with this. If you, everyone, would like to join Toastmaster in Spanish or Arabic or Mandarin, for those who are used to speak in English Toastmasters, that will be your uncharted water. You maybe need to check it out first in YouTube before you really join in the meeting. Well, just to ensure it is not an advanced meeting of French or Spanish or Mandarin. They will expect you to speak fluently. Like this one. No, it's just kidding. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will direct you to the first sessions of tonight's meeting. It will help you, especially I can see Nancy and Sunny, of course, Sunny. Both of ladies are really new in Toastmaster world. We are the ESCO in our club. Do not want you to lost in this uncontested world. No, what I'm saying is uncharted water. You have a very great adventurous experience because our education will tell you about how to navigate new base camp. I'm expecting that our expert subject matter expert will elaborate too much detail to you, but not that detail to make you killed in a search. But you will really understand what it's all about, especially the new base. So, for not further ado, I would like to invite one of the most amazing, dedicated, smart speaker that I can found in the galaxy. I have a channel to CIA and FBI, and I found out it is named Alicia Curtis. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome Alicia Curtis. Will give us all about how to navigate new base camp. Alicia Curtis, it is time to 15 to 20 minutes. It is long, but you will rock it, lady. Time is yours.
Thank you very much. I'll take us on uncharted waters now. And just as a reminder to everyone, the word of the day is actually venturous. So we will venture into uncharted waters. As Intan looks like she won't be attending, I'm going to say to Joyce, could you please give me up to 20 minutes. Can you go 15, 18, and then 20? Because I'm going to use this time as best as possible with an additional 5 minutes for the Q&A. I just want to get as much information in as possible and use the time really well. Now, I just want to get a show of hands. Who has gone on to the new base camp on the Toastmasters website? Okay. The regular crowd, the usuals, the lifers, Ben and Natalie. What about you, Yusuf? Mr. Yusuf, have you used the new base camp at all?
Well, in the past, yes, but not anymore.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Now, look, I'm not going to teach you how to log into Toastmasters International website. I think we're above and beyond that now as a group. And what I'm going to suggest for everyone is you know how to log in. And if you want to do and follow whilst I'm doing this, I would appreciate it, because that way you can learn to navigate these uncharted waters and be venturous as such. And we're going to navigate. So what happens is when you do get into the Toastmasters International website, it goes straight to, if I hover over my name, Alicia, my home, it goes actually straight to my home. Now we're going to go straight into Basecamp. So my education and achievements, scroll slightly down and you click on go to Basecamp. It has changed. As you can see, the tiles have all changed and logging in has also changed as well. And voila, here it is. All right, a few of us are club officers, and I'll be using my own club, which is Cuyahoga Falls in Ohio, as the demonstration for the base camp managers tonight as well. But we're not going to go straight into that because I don't think that's really appropriate for this particular audience. But we are going to look in one of the paths and also other stuff that you'll be seeing that you'll be able to navigate as well. So you come onto the landing page and this is what it welcomes you. Now, if you've got an active path or paths, which you are working in, this is what you'll see. It will have active up the top, what you're working in. So at the moment, I'm working in visionary communication, engaging humor. I'm also doing club building initiative curriculum and the Pathways Mentor program. I'm not going to talk about club building initiative curriculum or the Pathways Mentor program. That's for you guys to review and have a look at, but we will have a look at engaging humor because that's the new path that I'm sort of working in at the moment. So what I would suggest is having a look and having a bit of a feel around where it is. I've also registered for the story collection. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it's just shown up. So like everything in Pathways, things just seem to show up now. And for those that you have completed previously or currently, so I've just completed motivational strategies and presentation mastery, they've shown up now in the completed path. It also shows up your old paths, the legacy paths that you've completed, and it will also have the old badges there, so the old logos that they used to have, because it's all changed now. But we're not going to look at the old ones. We're going to look at the active paths because I think it's important to be able to navigate that. So we're going to look at engaging humor. So you just click the once and then we go in and then we have a look. Just a tip, it takes a long time. It's like a wheel of death. It spins and spins and spins and spins. So the wheel of death is spinning and then it is navigating for us. Okay. So what happens is it goes immediately. So once you get into it and once you click on your path, it'll go to where you have previously landed. But what you want to do is you want to click on the left-hand side and where it says overview, you want to click on overview. Now I am going to be looking between the two screens that I have so that I can navigate and talk to you guys. All right. So this is pretty much what it looks like now and where it is all located. This is why I say look at the overview, so you can look at all the projects in your pathway. And I'm just going to drop these down, the little arrows down, so that we can have a look at this pathway. Okay. So it hasn't changed as such. None of the paths have changed. It's just the way it looks in Pathways in the new Basecamp Manager. So you've got level 1, so you've still got 1, 2, 3, the 5 speeches plus the evaluation. Level 2 is the free speeches. Level 2 is free speeches. Level 3 is the free speeches. Level 4, the 2 speeches. And of course, level 5, the free speeches, which is the compulsory, the 1 elective, and then of course the reflect on your path. Now, there has been some problems with certain things and certain aspects in this with saving. So I just want to give you a tip. You need to double save everything when you're coming and completing your level in pathways. But let's have a look at the icebreaker in level 1. I think that's the best one to go to. So what you do is you click on it. You click on it as a hyperlink. And again, the good old wheel of death spins away and we have to wait. But one of the things I do like about the new pathways is it's a lot easier to follow. It's a lot cleaner and it's easier to navigate. So you start here like we would in the old traditional base camp that we had on Cornerstone On Demand. However, instead of clicking to the left and right, we've got to scroll down and we've got to have a look. Now on the first page, unlike the previous one, the PDF documents are there. So if we've got new members here, this is where they go. And then I would suggest downloading all the PDF documents for them, especially how to do the outline, the speech outline. So it's really important. And then we start the clicking process. So we click next. And then again, it's interactive. So you can click all the drop downs. And then you can also get member feedback and you can click on the PDF document and then you click next. And it gives you a bit of an introduction to the assignment. Then we click next. One of the things I do like about this is you can actually now type stuff into certain boxes so that you can actually create sort of a list or a listicle, so to speak. And you can see, you know what you're going to talk about and you wonder what you need to improve on. So rather than doing the before and after assessment, you're given an option to actually complete that. So know, and then give your strengths and wonder what your strengths could be or could be enhanced by. Then we click next. There is a lot of next. I just want to forewarn everyone, there's a lot of next. And then you click down, and that's on the icebreaker speech. Click next. This is about your goals and understanding. So you've got a video. There's a lot more video content in the new base camp. So it's a lot easier to follow in that respect. I'm not going to play the video because I want everyone to actually interact with it themselves. But it gives you a bit of an introduction to what the icebreaker speech is. Now, if you haven't done a speech before, but everyone here is not new, so everyone is an experienced Toastmaster as such. But for the new Toastmasters, there's an outline which we had previously, but it gives a more of a defined picture to how to use that particular document. And then, of course, you've got prepare and present, and you can drop down a lot more of the boxes. You can click on timing, and then you can click on pacing, and again, make it more interactive to understand the materials that you're doing in level 1. More videos, again, and then after your speech. So you've done your speech, then after your speech. Now, I'm just going to keep on clicking on next. Okay, so here's where you have the interactive boxes and you can start typing in further questions. What are some of the strategies you can use to balance preparation and spontaneity when preparing and delivering your speech? List your strongest communication and leadership skills. So this is actually a basic outline to writing this particular speech, the icebreaker. What are the elements of a basic speech structure? So you can say opening, body, and close. How will you approach receiving a speech evaluation from a peer? what communication and leadership skills do you want to develop? And of course, how do you choose feedback to apply to your next speech? And list your goals for communication and leadership. I think this is actually quite good in respect to helping you to design your speech, or design the new member to design their speech, and being able to understand to deliver an icebreaker. So whoever is the VPE, Natalie, encourage the new members to use this so that they can actually start to outline, and maybe when you're walking through base camp with them, to make sure that they fill this in to help them actually spark creativity as well as spark an idea for delivering a speech. Here we go. I'm not going to go through all of this, but it sort of gives you a checklist of what you need to do. It used to be the old PDF document, but it's now 100% online. And click next. So the load of clicking, as I said, there is a crap load of clicking, but complete your project. Now, this is the most important page, and this is where we're finding there's a little bit of a problem on the user end. So for tonight, as an example, if I was delivering a speech, because I'm delivering a speech here, I'll just put, say, icebreaker. Now, what has been suggested by one of the Pathways chairmen from the USA is, because I'm not a member of this Toastmasters club, it's not going to show up on the list, and this doesn't save if you're not a member of a club, if you're doing a speech outside of your club. So the workaround is, if that's the case, if you're delivering a club outside of the Toastmasters, outside of your own Toastmasters club, I would say Bhinneka online and put the date. So the date is the 01st. And sorry, I don't usually write it with the American style, but today I am. Putting it as the 19th. You've got to leave that blank. Leave that blank. Evaluation form should be icebreaker. Then down the bottom, you click save log. So I'm just going to click the save log. I'm hoping that this saves. Now, if you choose a club, so one of my clubs here, and then you can also, so say if I choose Advanced Ardent, that's my club in Malaysia. The good thing I like about this is I can actually choose my evaluator. So say if I was delivering this speech here, I was a member of this particular club, which is Bhinneka. I could choose, say, Natalie, but I'm going to use Pat. I'm sure Pat won't mind if I email this to her. And then I'll just say testing this for a club in Indonesia as an educational presentation. All right. So one of the things that you can do previously, and this is good for you, Nat, to understand, especially for the members here when they're delivering their speeches and they know ahead of time their project, get them to fill this in previously or prior to delivering and click save and email. That will then say if Rendra was doing a speech or Sani was doing a speech, and they can choose their evaluator from the club here, that can go automatically to their email. It hits their email, and then it saves you time as VPE, and it also puts the onus back on the member. That's the most important part. We're putting ownership back on the member, and that has to be something that has to be, the member has to own this process. So as you can see, success, and I will text Pat and tell her that I did this and see if she did get it. And then of course you can hit complete my project. Okay, back. I'm just not going to confirm it because I haven't actually done that speech. So that's pretty much how you do it. That's how you look at it. You go from start to finish, and how you actually complete the pathway or the level or the speech in Pathways. And you have to do that for each speech and evaluation that you deliver for level 1. And then at the end, if you're in multiple clubs, I think Natalie's in multiple clubs, Rendra is in multiple clubs, Yusuf is in multiple clubs, Yvonne and Ben are also in multiple clubs. You then have to choose, no, okay, you're in the 1, you don't have a choice. But if you're in multiple clubs, then at the end of that level, unlike previously where you had the window, you had to jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out, you now can actually, on the list, submit your educational award, level 1, say educational award, engaging humor, and then Natalie can say either magical Bali or Bhinneka online. So just be aware, it's actually, you've got more ownership of this unlike previously. Okay. Now, if it happened, am I orange or am I green? Because I just went from green to red. I'm just a bit confused, but anyway, that's okay. Okay. Now, if I had ticked yes and submitted, this would have actually come up with a little green light and gone boom, and a green light would have shown, and that's all good. And then over on the left-hand side with the overview, this is why I always update everything as we go. There would be a percentage countdown. I'll show you, I'll just go into the other one because I've been working in visionary communication. I want to show you the clock and the countdown. And again, see how it says progress, 76% complete. And if I go to the overview, I'll show you exactly what the green tick looks like so that you can sort of see how it then operates. Okay. As you can see, the green tick lights up. It's like a traffic light system. Okay, cool. And then for each one, so hang on, okay. And you know what? Level 5, I can submit my level 5. Would you guys like to see that? Because I've got someone waiting for, yeah? Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm going to do that. So let me just pull up my Excel spreadsheet list. Is that the one? Hopefully that's the one. And I will show you my Excel spreadsheet. Can you guys see my Excel spreadsheet? Can you see the Excel? Yep. Okay. I use this. This is my mapping for all of my speeches. Natalie, let me know if you want a copy of this so that you can distribute to the members. It just makes life a little bit easier because I'm traveling all around the world in Toastmasters and I don't want to be going back and forth and having to show people and prove stuff. So this is my list and this is how I actually deliver with my speeches. Okay, so I've completed level 4 and now I'm going to submit level 5. So it's really important that you have the dates ready to go and the timings. This is why I use the Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to move the Excel spreadsheet to the other screen. I won't see you guys on screen, but I'm going to input so that you guys can see how this now works. Okay, so I'm going to be a little bit naughty and skip all the way to the bottom to complete your project because I know how it all works. And then I'm going to deliver level 5. So this is, just make sure that I've got develop your mission. So make sure you're putting in the right information because it keeps a log and tracks all this information for you. All right, so develop your vision. And then I select the date, which was January the 13th. It wasn't done at any of my clubs, so I leave that blank, but I pick up develop your vision and I'll say division 1. Oh, actually, I'll choose vision 2. Where is it? There we go. Complete, and I'll just make a note of it. Completed speech 1 at New Beginnings Toastmasters Club on 01st 13th 2025 and speech 2. This is just so the VPE, when they're picking it up, they know exactly where I've done these because trust me, some VPEs are like funny about some of these things. So Torrens University Toastmasters on 01st and 16th 2025. That also indicates to my, that's speech 1. Okay, that's cool. All right. Now I'll add for this one. So I've got spice up your online meeting. And that was at Dynamic Toastmasters Club on the 1st of the 11th, 2025. And I'll still pick up that date. So as it's not one of my clubs, so I skip the club, I skip the evaluator, and I pick up the actual project so that the VP can see, prepare to speak professionally. And then I click save log. All right, so that's a success, and that's a success. Now I click, you've got to make sure it says success, otherwise it's not going to save and it's not going to light up on the green, with the little green tick. Then I click next. Okay, I click complete my project. And then it says submit. And then it comes up with the second tick, confirm, click yes, confirm. Okay. It takes us back to the first speech, develop your vision. Okay. Move on. Okay. I have just done that one wrong. Just bear with me for a moment. As you can see, this is taking quite a lot of time, which is really frustrating from my end. And you do have to be very, very patient with this. Okay. Because this does take a very long time and it doesn't always save. So I've got to go back into develop your vision. Okay, I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to ask, does anyone have any questions? It's decided to stop thinking at the moment. Yes, Ben.
Okay, so my question is, I don't really like this new setup. All right. Again, that would be a Western joke right there. That's obviously not a question. Was anything
Yes.
new? Like it's frustrating. Anything
Yeah.
that comes up, it's new, it's frustrating, you got to learn it.
Yeah.
But it's still that process. What you just showed is it's really thorough, and like a lot of like, how do you really get people to like jump
Do it.
on? Like, 'cause again, every time old Toastmasters that didn't like pathways, they're still on the old book, and it's like this lack of wanting to do more stuff. So how do you motivate your people in your club that are the old guard to kind of do the new stuff?
Yeah, that's a great question because and it's still, I'll be honest, the spinning, the wheel of death is still spinning like it's dying away, so to speak. Change is part of reality. Here we go. Change is part of it. Change is constant. And I personally am not a huge fan of this new system. It has a lot of, and it has I'll show you. An unexpected error occurred. There you go. That's the problem that we've been receiving, and I've got one of the top people in the world who sits on it with me every night, and we try to work out what the hell is it doing. Change is constant, and we need to appreciate that the past was so much easier when we had the books, when we had the competent communicator, and even the old system, the old one that we had on Cornerstone On Demand actually was a lot easier than this one. However, this is more visually appealing and it's a lot easier to navigate by clicking next. So for someone who has a disability, especially who can't navigate from left to right, up and down and all that, visually it is far more appealing. I think it's just a matter of just going in and trying it and doing it. And as you can see, it's very, very, the system is, again, it's clunky, but I just encourage people to go in and try it. The worst case is you're not going to break it. Have I broken the system other than the fact that it's taking its time? It's about, they need to think about how do they actually develop something that's not as busy and not as over the top as what they're trying to do. I do like the videos. I do like the pictures. I like the fact it's easier for someone to follow, especially if they've got a learning disability or something. But in saying that, it takes so much time. It took me an hour the other night to try and navigate this whole system. So my encouragement, my song to my people, go in, test it and try it and just consistently learn it and try and understand it, because unfortunately we're not going back to the old way. We're not going back to the Cornerstone on Demand, and we're definitely not going back to the old competent communicator manuals, which most of you, 90% of you, have probably never seen or understood. So that's kind of a good thing, but this is something that you have to learn to navigate now. So I'm happy to come whenever, if you've got like a meeting where you've got the new members or people are struggling, I'm happy to sit on the call with you and go through it. It's just a matter of trial and error. And I had to sit with 2 of my VPEs recently to do the trial and error process. That's the reality. Next question. Nancy.
Want to make sure when we don't when our evaluator is out from our club, it means we just need to skip it.
Yeah, that's correct. So you don't, so when you completing that part, don't use club and don't use evaluator.
Okay.
Okay, you just pick up the name of the speech, the title of the speech, the name of the club, and the date that you delivered it, just so Natalie has an indication so she can see when she picks it up on her end from the list, from the import. Then also pick up the date and then pick up the actual project itself so that it cements it and locks it into place for you and also for Natalie to see. My suggestion is use the Excel spreadsheet, and when completing your speeches, use that, because sometimes you're not going to get the PDF document of the evaluation form. Use that as the primary focus so that you can give to Natalie, because trust me, VPs want to see it and say, here it is, this is what I've done, so that you can show that you've got proof. Cool. Anyone else got any questions? I think I can see the red light from Joyce's. Does anyone else have one more final question? All right, that will, yes, Natalie?
No, I think we're good. Thanks, Alicia.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to hand conduct of the meeting back to Rendra, who is our Toastmaster. Thank you very much, Rendra.
Yeah, thank you, subject matter expert in Toastmasters IT tool. Well, yes, of course, Alicia Curtis, and I command Nancy and Sunny to practice what you've got already just now in your speech completion. You can fill the blank as what mentioned by Alicia Curtis just now. Who knows? You will do it easier than us because you are teacher and you are student, right? You both student and teacher, amazing. Now, I would like to share a little bit about the venturous things. Once upon a time, when it was online Toastmasters open, it's called Bhinneka Online Toastmaster. If I was not mistaken, we have 2 meetings in a week. I was so happy at that time because in pandemic situations, has a fruitful meeting with friends, with a lot of friends, with have frequency in speaking English. It's lovely experience. Yet, Bhinneka has to reduce its meetings from 2 times in a week to once meeting in 2 weeks. That was desperate me, but I was not give up. I had a venturous style in myself, and I need to be venturous as well. So I decided to join Advanced Toastmasters. Advanced Toastmaster is a type of Toastmaster that I never ever joined earlier. Never joined before. Then I decided to have one. It is called Pacific International Advanced Toastmasters. It is advanced. Underline the advanced. I'm not selling the club. I'm just telling you that it is in advance. Apparently, it was not as dangerous that I was tough in 2000. It was fun. It was great. And the English, yes, of course, they are using English. Great. To be honest to you, in Bhinneka Online Toastmasters, I can consider it is also an advanced club. If you pay attention how Ben speaking English and Alicia, they are all amazing English. And of course, Natalie as well. It's an influence. So if you, Sunny and Nancy, if you would like to be vendors, and if you would like to see how advanced Toastmaster is all about and how they are running the club, they are running the meeting, give a try. You are very much welcome to attend all those advanced meetings on the planet. It's just whenever you're available. Now, we are going to move to the real prepared sessions, which is normal prepared sessions. We have two. As I mentioned earlier, we have two, Sunny and Nancy. For this matter, I would like to invite the evaluator Natalie Chayadi. She will be explaining about the speaker project, speech title, and so on and so forth. For doing this, I would like to invite, yeah,
Yes.
admit, yeah, I would like to invite one of the most amazing lady that.
Thank you, Rendra. Okay, thank you, Rendra. So, hello everyone. I'm the first speech evaluator, and tonight it's my pleasure to evaluate our newest member in Bhinneka Online, Toastmaster Sani Yanti Panggabean. So, Sani is a teacher. She's from North Sumatra, and she will be doing from her part Level 1 Project 2, Writing a Speech with Purpose. The timing will be 5 to 7 minutes, so please note that, Madam Timer. And the purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a divine purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. So about this speech, I will note whether the speech is well organized and also well delivered. It can be humorous, informational, or any style that the member chooses. Her speech title is The Power of Positive Thinking. So the power of positive thinking, please welcome Toastmaster Sani Yanti Panggabean.
Right. Joyce, your screen is still red.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year 2025. I hope this year will bring all of us a really good and life. And then I really hope that all of us will grow in 2025. Actually, to be honest, delivering speech in front of you all, I have to say that I need venturous spirit because it's not easy to speak in front of all the expert like you. But I really hope that I can deliver my speech in this session. And then actually for this session, I'd like to share something I believe that is essential for all of us, especially in welcoming the new year. So I'm going to talk about the power of positive thinking. When we talk about the positive thinking, many times it is misunderstood by people. People may think that having the positive thinking means that pretending that everything is okay and we are happy all the time. But actually, when we talk about the positive thinking, it means that we try or learn to focus on the good even when we are in challenging or difficult situation. There are three things that I'm going to talk to you in this session. The first one is what positive thinking is. The second one is how it can improve our health. And the third one is how can we develop this mindset in our everyday lives. So let's start with the first one, what positive thinking is. So what exactly is positive thinking? When we talk about the positive thinking, actually it means looking at life challenges through the optimistic lens. So when we are in difficult situation, we don't only focus on the difficulties, but we try to find a way to learn, grow, and also to find the solution. Let's say when we are in a situation for an important meeting, but we have or we are we cannot come on time because of unexpected traffic. Instead of saying that our whole day is ruined, actually we can say that I'll do my best to catch when I get there. So instead of focusing on the difficulty or the challenges, we can try to focus on the solution that we can do or the things that we can control. The second one, how positive thinking can improve our health. Based on the studies that conducted by researcher, it is said that having or maintaining the positive thinking, actually it can help us to release fewer stress hormone. Besides, by having the positive thinking, actually it can help us to boost the immune system, making it easier for us to fight the infection or disease that we have in our body. So whenever you feel like you are in a negative thinking, remember that you need to change that, to shift that, because if you have the positive thinking, it can directly impact your health mentally and physically. And the third, how to develop the positive mindset in practical ways. We can say actually there are many ways that we can do to develop the positive mindset. But now I'm going to talk some of the things or ways that we can do in our daily life. The first one that we can do is to change the negative thoughts. Many times, not realizing or unintentionally, we always have the negative talk. For example, when we want to try something new, many times we will directly say that I cannot do that or we don't want to try. Instead of saying that you cannot do that, why don't you say that I will do my best and let's see the result. So by trying to focus on the things that you can do, actually it's one of the way of the positive mindset. The second one is practice the gratitude. One of the things that you can do, especially when you just wake up in the morning, is by trying to write down some of the things that you are grateful for. You can start by the simple one. For example, uh, when you feel like you are healthy or you can still wake up in the next day, you can write down the things that you are grateful for. That's one of the things that you can try to practice the positive mindset. The third one is the positive self-talk. I myself many times feel like I talk negative things to myself. Let's say when I really want to try to speak in front of people, my mind will directly tell me that you cannot do that or you are not good enough in doing that. So it can make me not want to try. But I will talk to myself. I try to talk to myself the good talk by saying, why don't you try or just try and you can think of that as the way to learn. The next one is actually you need to surround yourself with positivity. For example, with the good people, the positive people, environments, or media. So actually joining the Bhinneka Toastmaster is one of my way to surround myself with the positive people, with the great people that can help me to improve my ability, especially in speaking English. I know that I'm not that good in speaking English, but I believe that by being around good people, great people, especially the expert in English, it can help me to improve my English skill. So in conclusion, I can say that actually when we talk about the positive thinking, it doesn't mean that we pretend everything is perfect, but we try to ignore or trying to ignore the challenges, but we try to focus on the good things that we can, or we try to focus on the things that we can control rather than focus on the negative things. We try to find the solution for the problem that we are facing. So everyone, I really hope that this year will be the year of growth for all of us. So keep positive and stay and be fabulous. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much, Sunny, for being positive thinking. Well, thank you so much. You are in the club. You are in the home. Welcome home then. I hope all of us, can learn together because I see we have a lot of in commons. We love speaking English and it is the place to grow. Now we are going to the next speaker. It is second prepared speaker. I would like to invite the evaluator, the neighborhood of mine, 60 kilometers far away from my home, less or more. Please let us welcome one of the most senior seasoned Toastmaster in our history of Toastmaster on Earth, Pak Yusuf Tandra. Please explain about your speakers and what are her title.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Harendra. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening I'll be the evaluator of Toastmaster Nancy. She is going to talk for 5 to 7 minutes, and the title will be The Key to Connection. The purposes of her speech are, number one, to learn about the different communication styles and identify her primary style. Second one is for the member to share the impact of her style on others. Toastmaster Nancy, the key to connection, the key to connection, Toastmaster Nancy. The time will be 5 to 7 minutes. Timer, 5 to 7 minutes. All stage is yours.
Before I start my speech, am I visible and audible?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever wondered why some conversation feels so natural while others feel like a struggle? Why we can connect easily with some people but find it harder with others? The answer lies in our communication styles. Communication is an essential part of our life. It is how we share ideas, build relationships, and collaborate effectively. Today, I would like to talk about the different of communication styles and how understanding them can help us connect better with others. Fellow Toastmaster, friends, and guests, as I work on this project, I discovered that there are 4 primary communication styles. The first one, it is direct communication style. This style is all about the confidence, focus on goals, and a preference for control. People with a direct style, they work quickly, prioritize results over relationship, and aim to keep things efficient. The second communication style, it is analytical communication style. This style focuses on facts, logics, and details. People with these styles are organized, careful, and they value accuracy. They think before speaking, and they prefer a structured and clear environment. Analytical communications are a great problem solving, and they thrive in settings that emphasize precision and planning. The third, it is initiating communication styles. This person is an outgoing, energetic, and fun-loving. People with an initiating style, they enjoy socializing and they are confident, creative, and a relationship focused. They respond well to praise and thrive in lively, friendly environment. However, they may work quickly and can sometimes act impulsively. Fellow Toastmaster, friends, and guests, maybe you can guess who is in Bhinneka Online Toastmaster that has these initiating communication styles. You can write it in the chat box. And the fourth, it is supportive communication styles. Supportive communication people, they are calm, friendly, and patient. They are good at listening and they value close relationship and they prefer a relaxed and no conflict environment. They appreciate private praise and often mediate to maintain harmony. And that is reflect to a supportive communication style. Fellow Toastmaster, friends, and guests, those are the 4 styles of communication that I figured out. And when I'm working on this project in Toastmaster website, I was required to complete a questionnaire. And after complete this questionnaire, I will figure out what is my communication style. But before I let you know about my communication style, I want to know from those 4 communication, which one is your dominant communication style? You can write it in the chat box. It can be 1, it can be 2, or it can be 4 if you already mastered the communication styles. Let me see the answer. Okay, direct. Okay, some people probably have the same dominant communication styles. Well, now I would let you know that my communication style is initiating and supportive. And I completely agree with this because I naturally use these styles in my daily interaction, whether when I'm talking with friends, family, or meeting new people. My initiating side helped me to build a connection and share energy, while my supportive side allows me to listen, empathize, and create sense of community. Fellow Toastmaster, friends, and guests, before I understand about communication styles, I thought that communication is just all about talking. So it is just one communication. But when I'm working on this project, I realized that everyone has different communication style. And now I want to share my experience to you. I am a committee in one of the organization that I'm joining, and it is my role to communicate and to guide my team of 5 members. As my dominant style are initiating and supportive, so I naturally approach conversation with energy and enthusiasm. However, one of my teammates respond differently. Since this person, he is a calm person, he speak only when needed, and he always give a short replies like, when I explain, this is your role, blah, 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 long, I speak in a long, energetic, powerful sentence, and all his answer is, yes, okay, noted. So he answered, get to the point. At first, I thought that this person is different. I think he doesn't like me. But when I'm working on this project, I just knew that he has different communication styles. And the thing is that not initiating communication. I just realized that he has direct communication styles. Fellow Toastmaster, friends, and guests, now I'm learning to adjust my communication styles with him so that we can have a good relationship as a teammate. And communication is a two-way process. It is not just about expressing myself, or it's not just about expressing ourselves, but understanding and adapting to others. To communicate effectively, we must adjust our self approach to fit in different styles of communication. Communication is at the heart of our relationship, and the key is to connecting with new people and to maintaining a strong relationship. Fellow Toastmaster, friends, and guests, let's all strive to understand and adopt, unlocking the true power of communication. Back to you.
Thank you, Nancy. Wow, it was about communication style. Well, I would like to give you additional information that helps you, Nancy. It's not only about communication style that it is needed on Earth. It is communication content. Just put a lot of facts and data on your communications, so it helps people reduce or erase all those assumptions because it will kill us. Okay? I think the communication content is also important. And of course, we need to know our counterpart communication style that helps. Now, we're going to move to the next sessions. It is one of the most amazing sessions will be held by someone who speaks English very well, but not too fast. If you fast, no one knows. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us welcome the table topic master. Table topic master Ben, please explain what is this session and what is table topic all about. Time is yours,
All
bro.
right. Awesome. Thank you very much. For the sake of time and table topics today, we're going to do only 3, right? 'Cause we haven't had 3 speeches plus an education session in a long time. And I love table topics because it's a way to be creative. But however, we got to make sure we get out of here on time because I'll have a pet peeve and I'll go crazy. All right. So we have people that are not really talking. And again, our theme today is, being venturous, right? That's the word of the day. Try to use the word of the day. And then again, uncharted waters being the theme. That's what the topics. And our visiting Toastmaster Yvonne, would you like the first shot?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, table topic master. Sure.
All right.
Thank
Very well. All right. I'll write it in the chat as well as I'll say it. And again, if you know me, most of my topics are usually difficult, but I made them a little easier today. Yvonne, if you could sail to any unknown place, where would you go and why?
Sure. Thank you, table topic master. If I could sail to any unknown place, where would I go and why? Sure. I think according to my journey and my experience in my daily life, I could say I would like to journey some adventurous place. Why I say that? Because every time, whenever I encounter the adventurous state, the situation, actually it invoke my feeling and my thought. And from that, I could see what is the reality of my life and what is the truth of my life. And the other point, I gained some different perception. It helped me how to deepen my perspective and my perception through this variables, the situation, the adventurous situation. I think people always say, how can you gain your compassion and even your wisdom, both of them, to enrich our life? So the adventurous stage actually is help me how to have a beautiful and a very insightful journey. So I really love it, but compared to before, actually I'm very afraid, and even I was fear to encounter those situations. I just want to run away. But according to my experience compared to that, I think adventurous experience is really help me how to sail even an unknown place, or how can I go that? I think just force myself to face every situation. That is really enlighten me a lot. Thank you. Back to you. Table topic, Martha.
All right. Force myself to face any situation. That's great. Good advice. A lot of times I tell my students, when it comes to like public speaking, and not just even public speaking, but whenever we do anything, and then we have this thing in our head that says, don't do it. Like, we're the ones stopping us more than anybody else. Right? And the idea is that we're more afraid because we think what people are going to think about us, when in actuality, we are not that important to other people. Like, when we make a mistake, they might laugh at that moment, which sucks for us, but they get over it and it's over. The idea is if we're the ones stopping ourselves from going on and facing anything. So got to keep forcing yourself to kind of make new choices and go in those uncharted waters. Excellent. Opry. You want to go? Yes. I like that. All right. Let's see.
Okay.
I got a question for you. Your question is also in the chat. If you were an explorer, what tools would you bring to navigate uncharted waters?
It's quite a long time for me to do exploration, and fortunately enough, I've been an exploration about a week ago. This is my first time go to Malaysia, so it's pretty exciting experience for me. And the tool that's really important for me to do exploration is, I think, is I have money, because without having money, I cannot do anything, especially when I go travel abroad, when I go to the place that I never done before. Because with having a money, I can buy food, I can buy a knife, I can buy the compass. Is really beneficial for me to help me during my journey. And in order to have money, we need to work, we need to save, and it's pretty challenging for me to save a lot of money, because I work as a freelance. Sometimes I have money, sometimes I don't have money, and it's also make me to be a person is really fragile because of that. So money is so important, and especially in this era where people will do anything in order to have money. And for me, as money is really important, especially if you want to do exploration. You need to save enough money to make you survive, especially if you go travel abroad where you don't know anything else, you travel alone. You need to have some enough money to support you along the way. And all in all, the tool that I bring to navigate the uncharted water is I have money, and I also have find the rich experience between yourself, because it's really challenging. And yeah, I think that's all for me. Back to our topic master.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. Last one here. And I'm going to give this to another guest of ours, Pak Yusuf. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this topic.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Da-da-da. All right, here's a better one. I'll use this one. Your question is, imagine you're lost at sea. Who would you want as your companion and why? You could also say myself. You could say me as your companion if you want to.
Who would I want as my companion and why? Yes, I would like to have Ben as my companion. The reason is because he loves traveling. He knows how to travel. He knows how to find solution whenever we are lost or whenever we are in big trouble. Because if I bring Natalie, Natalie would just cry. Oh, you so please help us. What can we do? She will make me worse, because she doesn't know what to do. She's just depending on me. But if I go with Ben, Ben knows what to do. Look at her body. She can swim very well. She can beat anything we found. So it will be very beneficial if I go with Ben. In this situation, I'm lost in the sea and I don't know how to overcome this. I will depend myself on Ben, not on Natalie, because Natalie will be just crying on my shoulder and maybe we will just cry with each other. So ladies and gentlemen, isn't it good to bring Ben along with me, even though we live far away, but he has got experience. Experience is the best teacher. So whenever I will travel somewhere and afraid to get lost, I will call on Ben. Neta, you can come. 3 of us together. Thank you. Back to you.
Oh boy. I think Natalie's traveled quite a bit in her life. She has a pretty good experience. But yes, I'm not, biased at all, but we're gonna vote for favorite table topic. Got my vote. All right, so there it is. 3 fantastic speakers for table topics today. Yvonne, Opry, and the wonderful, amazing Pak Yusuf asking, throwing that out there. All right. Timer has been put in the timer. I think all 3 are 1, 2. Joyce was Pak. Yeah, 3. There you go. They're all qualified. All right. Thank you very much for table topics. Hopefully we can get some more in next time. There you have it. Back to you, Tom.
Hey, thank you, Ben. Well, Ben already has 3 questions and 3 answers, pair of them. And those are amazing. Now, we still have sessions. It could be a last session we have. It is a GE sessions. For doing so, I would like to, yes, Natalie give a code. Before we doing the GE session, we'll have by Alicia would like to have a photo session. It is hosted by me, taken by me. I'll do it. Everyone, please give me your friends a favor. Turn on your video. Okay, you are already turned on your video. So next job is please give me a adventurous pose. Adventurous pose in 3, 2, 1. Wait, repeat. Adventurous pose in 3, 2, 1. Okay. This adventurous pose was nice of you. Wait, I have to post it somewhere. Wait. Okay. This will be the last photo sessions. Now another adventurous pose of you, another style. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay. It's like we just found an island after sailing a year on a sea. Okay. Now I would like to give the control to our GE. GE will have GE sessions. It is involved evaluation sessions. GE, Alicia Curtis, time is yours.
Thank you very much, Rendra. We are now going to go into our speech evaluations because we are running a little bit short and behind on time. Natalie, if you can please be our first evaluator for Sunny. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam GE. And congratulations, Toastmaster Sunny, for completing your second speech in Toastmasters. I know you might feel a little bit nervous. You still need to adjust to the pace and to the meeting, but I commend you for your effort because when you show up, you are halfway there. So well done on that. From your speech, The Power of Positive Thinking, I really enjoyed 2 things. Your speech is about writing a speech with a purpose, and to deliver a well-structured and well-delivered speech. The first thing that I enjoy was you had such a well-structured body. Usually in a speech, there is an opening, a body, and also a closing. And your body was so clear. It was divided into 3 points, and you use the numbering. You said, okay, today I'm going to talk about 3 things related to positive thinking. The first one, the second one, and the third one. It helps us as an audience to understand what you're trying to talk about. And it was so clear. So it's easy for us to follow as well. And the second thing that I love is that you demonstrated a great understanding on the project, aka you achieved the general purpose of this project. In general, there are 4 types of speech purpose. There's informative speech, persuasive speech, entertaining speech, and also inspirational speech. Your speech was to inform the audience about the power of positive thinking, and you split it up into the different points that you have mentioned. So you did well on that. To elevate this speech to the next level, and for your next speech reference, I would like to suggest 2 things for you. First is related with your purpose, related with your speech project, writing a speech with a purpose. I would like to recommend clarifying the specific purpose. What is the difference between specific purpose and general purpose of the speech? General purpose of the speech is whether you're trying to do something like what I mentioned. I get that your general purpose is to inform us about the power of positive thinking. Specific purpose is something specific that you want us as the audience to take away. For example, make it into like 1 sentence. After listening to the speech, I want my audience to blah, blah, blah. So you can later use this 1 sentence specific purpose as a message that you're delivering to the audience. So think about what is 1 sentence message that you want your audience to remember related to your speech. The second thing I would like to suggest is that maintaining eye contact. I noticed that you were looking at your notes and it was quite obvious. When you want to read your notes, my suggestion is put your notes right below your camera and try not to read the whole time, but just read the key points or like the beginning of the sentence, and it will help you to gradually improve your public speaking and communication. Having said that, well done on completing your second speech. You did great on the structure and also the general purpose. Improve on the specific purpose and also the eye contact. And I believe your next speech can be even more venturous and fruitful. Back to you, GE.
Thank you very much for that, Natalie. Our second evaluator tonight is Yusuf Chandra, who is evaluating Nancy. Please welcome Yusuf.
Am I audible? Thank you. Wow, what an informative speech that we have just heard from Toastmaster Nancy. We learn a lot about the different communication style and its impact on others. Toastmaster Nancy, I was amazed with 2 extraordinary things. Number 1 is the structure of your speech. The structure of the speech is really well drafted. As in any speech, we have got the opening, body, and conclusion. You opened the speech by asking us questions. And that is really great so that we are all engaged with you. And then the body of your speech, you are telling us about 4 different styles of the communication. And you even give us your own style in the end of the speech. And you close it with a call to action. We must adjust with other people. And the key is to connect people. The second thing I can see from the delivery, your voice is very clear and easy to understand. You choose simple words, then you pronounce it very, very clearly. It's a great crystal clear, and you are using the vocal variety here and there. like you are using raising voice when you said, I was requested to fill in, and falling down when you said, they think before speaking. I also noticed that your eye contact, looking at most of the time, look at the camera as if you are talking to all of us, to show again you are aware of all of us here. Toastmaster Nancy, to uplift your speech to a higher level, let me suggest you some suggestion. Standing. If you could be standing, it would be great because you could make use of space. You can move from left to right to the middle, and also we can see your hand gesture much better. Or maybe you can set up the camera right so that we can still see your hand gesture. Second thing is pause. If you could pause, like when you ask us a question, pause a little bit to let the audience think of what to answer. And number three, from the content side, if you could reduce explaining so in detail the 4 style, but focusing on your own style and give us your own experience much clearer, and what is the impact of your own style on others. That would be really helpful. All in all, it was a great speech with well-drafted structure, opening, body, and conclusion, as well as vocal variety and body language. A little bit can be seen with 3 things to improve: standing, poses, and tell us more about your own style. I'm looking forward to your next speech. Back to the Toastmasters of the meeting.
Thank you very much, Yusuf. All right, we will now go into the reports. We'll start with the timer. Joyces, if you could please confirm the timing for the speeches, the table topics, and the evaluation. Thank you very much. Joyces, are you there? Okay, we're going to go to the R counter. Apri, could you please confirm your role as the R counter?
Okay. We'll share my screen. So for the account report and for the general role player, you all doing really good job. I did not notice you using filler sound. However, you Toastmaster Marindra use word of the day, Venturis, 1 times. And the next is we have at the speaker, Toastmaster Alicia, you said Venturis twice when you delivering your speech. And for the first speaker, Toastmaster Sunny, you said 2 times. So 1 times and 1 times, and also you said the word of the day 1 times. And for the second speaker, Toastmaster Nancy, you doing really good. And for the first and second evaluator, you doing really good job for the not using filler sound. I noticed Natalie, you said word of the day, Venturis 1 times when you delivering your evaluation. For the topic master, Ben, you said R 1 times. And for the first topic participant, If1, you said 2 times. And also you said word of the day 1 times. And for me, I believe I also using filler sound, but I still don't know. And the last topic participant, Toastmaster Yusuf, you said you doing a really good job. And overall, the most used filler sound for today is and the second is so and 1 times. And also the use of word of the day founders for tonight is 8 times. Yeah, I think that's all from me. Back to Orji.
Thank you very much, Apri. All right, Joyces, are you ready to go as the timer?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you very much. Joyces, you keep on muting yourself. Could you please unmute yourself?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you. Could you please go?
Okay, so for the first, your speech is 90 minutes 38 seconds, and then with the Q&A 5 minutes 5 minutes 5 minutes under the Q&A, then followed by the speaker one. The speaker one is 7 minutes 10 seconds. Then the second one is 7 minutes 6 seconds. That's all. And then for the evaluator, for the table topic, right? All is within the time frame 2.28 seconds, 2.26 and 2.05 seconds. So 3 is eligible for the pool, for the contest. And then the evaluator is 3 minutes 30 seconds and 3 minutes 18 seconds for second evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joyce's. Our grammarian was sort of split between about 2 or 3 people. I'm just going to say to Mr. Grammarian, who is Ben, thank you, Ben. I know you love this role with a passion.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to start off with the positives first. And then for the sake of time, I'm not going to go into super specific detail, but I want you guys to be able to walk away with something that you can actually learn and use, I hope. But the good things are having a positive attitude, right? So practice gratitude advice, right? Practice gratitude, write some positive things the first thing in the morning. It's good advice. I always enjoy that. Communicate is the heart of our relation. Communication is the heart of our relationship. That's Nancy right there. Yvonne said, oh, I can't write. How to deepen perspective and perception, right? Force yourself to face new things, talking about uncharted waters. And then, of course, Pak Yusuf said, bring Ben along on your travel. That is great advice, assuming that he pays for all of it, airfare, hotel, food. All right. Now, the one thing I saw consistently over the course of this meeting, a lot of errors, which is okay. But one thing I want you all to really walk away with, because this is like the biggest thing I heard, was your articles. So let me give you guys a specific lesson here. This happened several times with and then the. So take a look at this AI overview. I love this stuff, right? We don't use the before certain nouns. So I'll give you the one thing. Let me see, who was it? Oh yeah, having Seni inspired this at first, and then everyone else made mistakes. She said having the positive thinking, right? It's just having positive thinking. You don't need to say the. This is the reason why we don't use the before certain nouns, because the is a definite article, meaning it refers to specific known thing. Positive thinking is general, right? It's general. Names of people or places or concepts that are inherently unique. Again, positive thinking. The is not needed and can sound incorrect. So in this case, many of you today use the word, put the in front of a noun when it wasn't necessary. So for example, proper nouns, generally you don't use the before names, like the Bali, right? I'm not going to the Bali. It's like, oh, I'm going to hang out with the Ben. You could use that. Sounds awesome, but it's wrong, right? You didn't go to the Paris, right? I like music. You don't want to say I like the music. I mean, you can. Like, how is that club? Oh, I like the music there. Different. Specific situations: work, school, home. In certain phrases referring to familiar locations, the is often omitted. I'm going to work. I'm not going. I'm going to the. I'm not going the work. I'm going to. One thing I would challenge you all with this quick lesson is really when you're writing your speech down, one, have someone edit it. Fun fact, you could even copy and paste your speech into ChatGPT and say, can you edit this for me? Or Grammarly or something like that. And it'll kind of work if it's your own speech. Don't have ChatGPT write your own speech for you. But that's it, right? Work on your articles, because that's going to make your sentence structure sound so much better. And majority of you today made that error with either or an or the incorrectly. Back to you, GE.
All right, thank you very much, Ben. That now completes our role takers for tonight. Natalie will now launch the polls for our best speaker, best tabletop speaker, and best evaluator. Please vote for your best of those meetings. I am now best of those roles of the meeting. Sorry, I do apologize. My English was wonderful tonight. Thank God Ben has already done the grammarian role. I'm now going to complete my role as the general evaluator and provide feedback. I think this has been a pretty good meeting. We've had 10 people here on the screen, smiling faces, and a lot of people pulling out at the last moment, which happens. And given Natalie's had to pull her hair out and be everything to everyone like she always has to, I think she's done a wonderful job with getting an agenda done for tonight. So let's give Natalie a bit of a round of applause. Our Toastmaster of the day, or the Tom, was Rendra. Now, I love you and adore you, Rendra. You always bring your humor and yourself to, to every meeting. I think that is who you are, and I think you light up the screen a lot. My suggestion for you is, and I'm going to suggest to the club to do this, is to have a script for Rendra when he delivers his role, because there's like a path. It's like, we're going on the Wizard of Oz path, the yellow brick road. But the yellow brick road, straight within like 2 bricks, goes green, then it goes red, then it goes orange, then it comes back to green and yellow. And we go all around the yellow brick road. So my suggestion is, if you're going to have a theme of the day, and you really did, you were so enthusiastic for the theme of the day, big thumbs up. I love the fact that you're always enthusiastic. Is maybe break that up into 3 parts if you need to use ChatGPT. I'm sure we're all fine that you can use your little ChatGPT. I love it as well. But maybe in those 3 parts, with the prepared speeches, impromptu speaking, and the evaluation portion, use a segment or a part and speak 2 or 3 lines to your theme of the day and have a script to follow. That way you've got a natural flow to break into each things, because some of the stuff, it just goes over our heads half the time. So I'm just being absolutely honest with you. So I adore you. I love you very dearly, but let's keep things on charter. I mean, we don't want to be hopping on the boat or the ferry from Sydney to Indonesia and then end up somewhere in the USA or over in Africa. We want to go from Sydney to Indonesia. That's where we want to go. So keep on that lovely path, or that lovely journey of, uncharted waters, so to speak. I think the evaluators have done a wonderful job. It'll be interesting to see who gets and wins the best evaluator tonight. I think both of you have delivered very crisp evaluations, feedback that was very warranted and needed for both of the speakers tonight. So congratulations, Yusuf, and also Natalie. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Now for the role players, again, people having to, the deck chairs on this lovely uncharted boat, this boat on uncharted waters, had to be moved around a few times. So I want to thank Joyce's, Apri, and also Ben, who were very last minute to the role, all 3 of them. Just in regards to each of the role players, so for our timer, my suggestion, if you are going to be timer and you know that you're going to be a timer, please make sure that you come in 10 to 15 minutes, especially if you've been able to accept within at least 2 or 3 hours before. If you've only accepted a minute before, there is a little bit of a different scenario with that. But come in 10 minutes before and test your equipment, because we want to make sure that everything is working to the best of everyone's ability, because we can't have screens off, and we've also got to have the ability to see the green light, especially with the mobile phones, and flip it over. So turn it into the horizontal and not into the straight up, so that we can actually be able to work with the equipment that you have on the night. And we can cater, we do cater for that as well. Apri, thank you very much also for coming last moment and thinking about, the words of the day, and, thinking about how we actually count our lexical and non-lexical fillers. I think you've done a wonderful job, and also looking at the word of the day. because we were adventurous, but we didn't venture into the adventurous of venture. There you go. There it was used twice within the right context. And some people, I don't think we're using it in the right context tonight. So I think that's a thing that has to be broadened with this particular club as well. And the grammarian role, Ben, thumbs up. I know you don't like doing it, but I think it's important for these guys, especially because most of them are ESL speakers, English second language speakers. So they appreciate the fact that you and I are the native English speakers when we do come, and we do share it often, the role often. So it really encourages them to stand up and go, you know, if they can do it, we can do it as well. So let's be role models. Let's be the lovely role models for the rest of the group. I'm not a huge fan of the role either, but we also have to be, you know, that role model of excellence for everyone in the room. That now completes my role as your general evaluator, and we're going to get back onto charted territories and charted waters. We've been uncharted for a while. Let's see if we get a, you know, the pièce de résistance of exceptional. And if we're going to get another chat GPT moment with Rendra, please welcome Rendra, who will take us to charted waters, not uncharted waters, and take us to adventure, the venture.
Thank you very much, Alicia Karis, the GE. Please give another welcome, amazing round of applause to her. She is one of the most amazing lady in terms of being a general evaluator. I see the notes there saying that the certificate is ready. I think as a Tom, I already concluded my meeting. It is amazing and complete meeting. Every role taker's done their job very well. Or would like to give the control to President, I think. It is correct, Natalie? Or you?
Yeah, you can call me first. I will announce the winners.
Okay, Nat, tell us who are those winners.
Okay, Rendra, I'll give you the honor to take a photo and also to do the drum rolls, okay? So it's a very close votes for tonight for all the categories. But here's the winners. Drum roll, please. The best speaker goes to... Boom, boom, boom. Toastmaster Nancy Marcella Afi. Congratulations.
Nancy is the lady on board. Wait, I would like to pin Nancy. Nancy, where's your video? Okay, cool. Wait. 3, 2, and 1. Yay, Nancy style. Super. Next.
Okay, thank you, Rendra. The next is the best table topic speaker, and the winner is, drum roll, Toastmaster Yusuf Chandra.
Yeah, Pak Yusuf.
Always
Wait,
say that
would
you
like
will
to
be the table
pin
topic
him.
master to get extra votes. I'm just kidding, Pak. Is it okay, Ren? You're unmute.
Okay, Pak Yusuf, again. Again, Pak Yusuf. 3, 2, and 1. I think this one is better. Okay, cool. Done.
Cool. And last for tonight is the best evaluator. By 1 vote's difference, the winner is Toastmaster
Boom,
Yusuf
boom, boom.
Chandra. Congratulations.
Yeah, Mr. Yusuf Chandra again, ladies and gentlemen. This will be his foundation for Bandung Conference. 3, and 2, and 1. Yay. Here he goes. Cool.
All good.
Done. Finished.
Thank you very much. And thank you all for your participation for tonight's meeting. It's everybody voted. So that's a great response, because we usually had 1 or 2 people who didn't vote. And I also would like to say thank you to the other visiting Toastmasters who take up the role last minute, like Joyce's and also Pak Yusuf, and also our club member Rendra. Thank you so much, and Apri. To close this meeting, I would like to pass it over to our club president, Toastmaster Ben. Give it up for Ben.
All right, we are going to finish early. It's 10 minutes till the end. And yeah, with that, like, thank you everyone for showing up. Again, I like having this intimate crowd of even familiar faces kind of helping out. Hopefully we can get some new blood in here, kind of share our wealth of knowledge and experience. So with that, this meeting is adjourned. We'll see you guys next month. Bye-bye.
Everyone, cheers.
Thank you.